Alright fellas, thanks for making this work first and foremost. This drill come out here, but so we were asked to do a ventilation drill, and we decided not to go with like the monthly drill. We just got to give some freedom to take it in any direction. So kind of the idea that we want to get across is ventilation without suppression will have negative impact on the fire conditions. So hey Siri, just litter, man. Okay. So like, you go online, you look at any sort of article about firemen dying, and obviously it's like the usual, the cardiacs, just getting to the fire, like that's what's killing a lot of guys. And then also in recent years, it's improper ventilation. It's not the active ventilating that's killing guys, but it's what you're doing to the firing conditions that ultimately is roasting the guys inside. So our goal is to get that image across with this prop. So as this fire builds, it's going to create its own little flow path, and hose and Sidwell are going to control our openings. We're going to open and close them. So we got a lower right, and then number 3 here is isolated in itself. And then from 1 to 4, there's a hole that we can control. And then from 4 to the attic, there's another hole that we can control. And then there's a hole in the back and front gable, and then a vent hole. That's the cut. So that's the goal. Bear with us, we've never done it before, so we're just gonna see how this reacts. Hopefully create some discussion. So if you think we're just blowing, like talking out of our ass, so let's create that dialogue and maybe come with some answers here. So basically, like with CFD, we're using vertical, horizontal, and mechanical ventilation that all impact the fire ground and the fire behavior. Basically, like I mentioned previous, if you're not coordinating your ventilation with the tack, things can go south drastically.
Sweet.
So, thanks, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there we go. So we got just quick list of like pros. Like, why do we want to ventilate, right? Like, so we're gonna lift that heat. We're gonna get rid of that smoke. We're gonna relieve the steam expansion, and obviously it reduces flashover and backdraft potential, which leads to Milne's little spot. You know, we got like 2 minutes to.
Yeah, it's just a tool here, just volume, velocity, density, color that everyone's going to be watching throughout the fire, especially officers when they get on scene. That's how they're going to judge what we're sort of going to be doing and what they see. Volume, not so much, but velocity, density, and color can tell us a lot. You know, the velocity tells us how hot this fire is going to be. You know, if it's a laminar, it's going to be early stages or low heat. Density is going to tell us how much fuel is in that smoke. So if we have real hot black smoke, it's going to be really dense, and that's going to be like flashover is pretty imminent. So we got to be aware of that. And if you do see stuff like that, heavy black smoke that maybe an officer can't see, make sure they know about it. And then color, like he was saying, brown tells us it's in the structure, it's unfinished wood. But over a distance, it's gonna lose its color. So even if it is white, it can still be in the structure.
So if we were to look at this, just like off the top of our heads, like what do you think this white indicates? Just off the top of our heads, like what do we think that the white color of the smoke is?
Clean fuel, early stage.
Yeah, it could even just be steam from that hay, right? Like obviously the contents are burning in there, but a lot of that could just be moisture. So it's super light, it's super white in color. So I feel like we just got to touch on it. The cons of ventilation. Obviously, if we don't have a tack line in place, the fire can go rapidly, right? It's just simple fire sciences. Like you got, this is just like on UL's website. If you look at your ignition point in relation to your temperature and time, the fire is like gradually going to grow to the point where it's like vent limited, right? It doesn't have the O2, and it's going to go into that early decay. And then Joe Schmo shows up, and we start popping windows, right? Or whatever we're doing. leaving that front door open, that's a dramatic increase in temperature. And that's significant compared to just a gradual, right? So I was just trying to give you a visual here of just like your temperature in relation to time. There's a slight delay. Say we open that window, there's that slight delay for that air to maybe get in there. But honestly, it's within seconds, potentially a couple minutes that's taking place. So, especially and see what the smoke does to change. Maybe we'll just close it down a little bit and open up the bottom right. So what as firemen do we do that's going to change this flow path? For one, we're opening up the windows. What else are we doing?
Putting in fabs, maybe, or putting in water.
Yeah, like we go in, we pop windows. Say we're just trying to set up our attack line, we open up that door too, right? These are all things that are going to change that environment and introduce more air. Maybe we're going to vent enter search number 3, but we don't isolate that room. Like that's creating a new flow path, a new direction for our smoke, right?
Maybe open up that number 3 and see what it's like in there right now.
Yeah. I'm just going to read a blurb off of, to touch on the convection currents, because that's what's controlling the speed of the smoke, right? Convection will control how the smoke, heat, and gases flow within a compartment and ultimately within a building. Smoke moves from areas of high pressure to low pressure, or high temp to low temp, and it moves constantly. When a room is on fire, heat is released, creating an area of expanding gases and thus high pressure. So it's going to go obviously high to low pressure, right? Generally, this results in an area of high pressure at the ceiling where higher temps reside and an area of lower pressure near the floor where cool area resides. So if we could just take a quick look, they're super stupid pictures, but they give you a good idea, right? Like your heat's building, it's coming out and it's exhaust, right? And then say this is your door down here, that's allowing your cool air, low pressure to come in as well. We were just talking a lot about bi-directional flow. We open up a door, and you might see it here, but like you got areas high in the door with smoke, toxic gases, heat high, right? And then low you got like that cool air, which is drawing in like that fresh oxygen. And then like that temperature, like that thermal buoyancy is kind of like your neutral plane, right? Like the significance of that is that'll rise and low and drop based on your smoke volume, how efficient your vent hole is, right?
So we did that vent enter search drill this summer. If you open up number 3 right now, there isn't a lot of heat and smoke coming out of there, so that's still survivable space, right? So with that door closed, what it is in there, that's just fully closed off in there. There's still only light smoke, and probably light heat in there, even though this fire is well developed on the first floor.
Yeah. And now look at, yeah. Maybe if we can try and get it super hot, boys, and see if we can light this, right? The goal is to get the idea that smoke is fuel. The only thing that smoke's lacking right now is heat and an adequate oxygen mixture to light, right? Maybe if we... Oh, there's a flash. Yeah. If you get low, you can see it. It's not the OSB that's burning. It's like that. It's that smoke, right? Like in here, right?
I don't want to hijack this. See if you can live time and see if you can create that again, like close it again,
Yeah.
build some heat.
Yeah.
Film that. You guys did an excellent job here emulating
Like
that.
the perfect
It works
example.
real good.
You can get that
Yeah.
camera like right in
Name and there's nothing
Yeah,
burning.
right.
Someone goes in the front door, leaves it wide
Yeah.
open.
I'm gonna go close for a minute. See if we can catch that again.
It's like,
On fire, right?
Oh shit. Let me know when
You're killing my shot, Rouge.
Am I?
No,
Come on, I'll get out of the way.
it'll be all right. Just a sec.
Yep.
so look, it's dense, it's dark in color, boom,
Nice.
right? That's what we're hoping for. Like that, there's fuel within that smoke.
Right now, it's just the smoke burning.
Yeah. It's not the OSB burning at that point, right? Like
Really
it's,
see it. That's good shit.
so the other hand of bidirectional flow is unidirectional flow. You got your heat, your gas is coming out one window, say on your trolley side. You want to be working it, but obviously it's not that simple. What's killing guys is working it in like these flows that haven't ignited yet, right? Yeah, if we can progress to that second floor and open up that hole on the backside, and then maybe here we can compare top left with top right. Because top left is completely isolated, but top right, that flow path is being created. So firefighters tend to operate in the flow path quite frequently in the past with traditional furnishings, right? Like your wood furniture. See, that's good dense smoke, right? Yeah. Maybe we'll close this and we'll plop this.
Whoa! that one again. Got that one. Holy.
So the conditions in the past are not as dangerous as they are today. We're not saying don't go into here, but we gotta be mindful of what this OSB shit and what like this plastic couches are doing, right? With incomplete combustion of today's fuel sources, you must recognize that smoke is actually fuel. So that we,
What I'm gonna do it to you again. See if you make that build that pressure again. But that's pertinent, right? When you're dealing with vent tension surge, you're getting orders and shit like that. It's a perfect example. If you don't do it right, what you gonna be standing in the way of?
So how can we influence these flow paths as firemen? We show up, Aerial 23's got the ladders, our engine's stretching a line. How do we influence these flow paths?
Hold on here. Let's fucking slow-mo this bitch.
On the roof, guys on the roof to make a vertical ventilation.
Yeah. Maybe light it too up.
Well, that wasn't as good as the other one.
I got the other one.
You got the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
Keep everything closed and show vertical vent how it's working.
Yeah, I don't hide that.
Have we still got good fire in the bottom left?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So open up number 3 there, Sid.